The following contest is a Hell in a Cell match. Making her way to the ring from Ohio, the Raw Women's Champion, the Queen Avalanche.
These two superstars putting it all on the line here tonight inside Hell in a Cell.
And I think it's safe to say that neither one of them will be the same again after this one, Cole.
And her opponent, from West Hollywood, California, Lex.
It's time for Hell in a Cell, and guys, this one will turn into complete havoc once the bell rings.
Michael, I shudder to think what these superstars will look like at the end of this Hell in a Cell match.
These competitors are squaring off, looking to outmatch each other.
It's going to be a tall task for one of these two.
Guys, this cell is absolutely gigantic. Just looking at it makes me happy I'm retired.
Oh, what a slam. Back body drop.
Oh, you see the height on that?
You gotta believe this one's over.
Real quick, let's remind everybody that there are no rules inside of Hell in a Cell, meaning the referee's sole job in this match is to call for the bell following a 3 count or submission.
Things starting to go the other way for her, but you can bet she has plenty of fight in her.
And the bad news for her is that it doesn't get any easier from here. The cell has a way of destroying even the most accomplished competitors.
Her opponent clearly wants to prove a point tonight, and you know what? I think it's working.
Just as important as Byron's point about there being no rules inside the cell, the same holds true for outside the structure. As we've seen many times in the past, superstars don't always stay within the cell.
No, they don't, Cole. In fact, a lot of times you'll see them competing on top of the cell of all places.
What are we gonna see here?
Look at the power.
Oh, what a slam that hurt! She goes for the cover. Digging deep for a kick out.
Oh, wow. Got their opponent.
Snake eyes!
I don't know about you guys, but for me, there is no greater thrill than being at the announce desk for a Hell in a Cell match.
You know, I'm a little surprised, Corey, to hear you talk about the thrill of announcing a Hell in a Cell match, considering you were there when Shane McMahon shattered the announce desk at Hell in a Cell 2017.
I was there too, Michael, and I'll tell you, I will never look at Hell in a Cell matches the same after that.
You were?
You know, no matter how many times I see a Hell in a Cell match, I'm always amazed at what these competitors are willing to put themselves through. Boom! Harsh impact.
Hard to dispute Byron's point about what these superstars put themselves through in an environment like this. For whatever reason, when the Hell in a Cell structure is in place, superstars willingly push the boundaries of physical punishment.
And then there's people like Shane McMahon who just take that to a whole other level.
You gotta believe this one's over. She's an amazing athlete, but I don't see how she rebounds from this. I'm not so sure she even knows where she is at this point. I'm told her photo galleries are responsible for a good portion of WWE's.com's huge traffic numbers last month. I've talked to several people who think she's bitten off more than she can chew here. I can't say that I agree.
Incredible drop. And the slam. There it is. That is a game changer.
Both of these competitors have so much resolve, it's going to take a minor miracle to keep one of them down.
Real quick, let's remind everybody that there are no rules inside a Hell in a Cell, meaning the referee's sole job in this match is to call for the bell following a 3 count or submission.
Oh, nasty impact.
Just as important as Byron's point about there being no rules inside the cell, the same holds true for outside the structure. As we've seen many times in the past, superstars don't always.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
Suplex! Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
She's looking. Oh my goodness, this hurts. Oh!
Man, she knows how to make a comeback. Those eyes are telling a painful story right now.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching what is guaranteed to be a Hell in a Cell match for the ages. She's taking on some offense here. She doesn't want this lack of momentum to snowball.
Well, if she can't handle this, she's in for a long night. Because I can guarantee you, it's going to get a lot worse as this match rages on.
She looked great coming out of the gates, guys, but somewhere along the lines, she started to falter for some reason.
Oh, shin breaker.
Of course, guys, we all remember when the Hell in a Cell debuted in 1997 and how harrowing the structure looked. But it's worth noting that the cell has become even more ruinous in recent years.
I want to take a moment to thank all of you for tuning in to one of the greatest women's matchups I've ever seen. You know, Corey's point about the cell evolving in recent years is absolutely right. In fact, Byron, the structure is now well over 5 tons.
And I believe that's more than twice as heavy as the original cell, Michael. And believe it or not, it's increased in height by nearly 5 feet.
She's calling for it.
Oh, did you see that? Yeah, Byron? That was unreal. He's back in full control now.
I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope. Look at this.
She is on fire. Got their opponent. Snake eyes!
I don't know about you guys, but for me, there is no greater thrill than being at the announce desk for a Hell in a Cell match.
You know, I'm a little surprised, Corey, to hear you talk about the thrill of announcing a Hell in a Cell match, considering you were there when Shane McMahon shattered the announce desk at Hell in a Cell 2017.
I was there too, Michael, and I'll tell you, I will never look at Hell in a Cell matches the same after that.
You were?
Guys, we all know the storied history of Hell in a Cell, but we'd be remiss if we didn't at least mention that the first time anybody laid eyes on this demonic structure was back in October 1997 at the Bad Blood pay-per-view.
Reflecting again on the first time we saw the Hell in a Cell structure, I don't think anybody at the time could have envisioned the truly merciless moments this structure would provide over the years.
And amazingly, Michael, those moments somehow become more and more barbaric with each passing match.
Oh, what agility. The armbar is locked in.
Oh, did you see that? Yeah,
Byron.
that was unreal. I bet you feel foolish riding her off now. Out there, post. Snake eyes! Look at her go.
Eludes that one.
Perhaps a powerbomb here, Corey.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Looks like she wants to win early. She comes up big with a reversal. If you're just tuning in, this is Hell in a Cell.
Here we go. Back inside the ring.
Ooh, what impact.
I'm told her photo galleries are responsible for a good portion of WWE's.com's huge traffic numbers last month.
Some might say that it wasn't a wise move for this superstar to step inside the ring with an injury, but I don't know. It's not like it's a major injury or anything. Probably wise not to focus too much on this superstar's injury. I mean, half the roster is likely competing with some sort of injury right now. It's just part of the game. While the medical staff might say otherwise, this superstar's injury isn't even worth mentioning. At least that's what this superstar told me prior to the match.
Guys, I don't think you can have a conversation about great Hell in a Cell moments without bringing up the name Shane McMahon. He really has become synonymous with cell insanity.
She is on fire. Probably wise not to focus too much on this superstar's injury. I mean, half the roster is likely competing with some sort of injury right now. It's just part of the game.
It's hard not to recognize what Shane McMahon has done when it comes to Hell in a Cell. As Corey was saying, but at what point is enough enough?
Come on, Michael. There's no such thing as enough when it comes to Shane McMahon. Even you know that.
Of course, guys, we all remember the 1998 battle between Mankind and Undertaker. And all these years later, fans still refer to it as one of the greatest Hell in a Cell matches of all time.
Oh, did you see that? Yeah, Byron? That was unreal. This one is over. As Michael was saying, I will never forget the Mankind-Undertaker match. Just the sight of Mankind flying through the air is something that will be ingrained in my memory forever.
Yeah, and while Mankind's the story of that match, I think a lot of people forget it was actually Undertaker who walked out of that match victorious.
I've talked to several people who think she's bitten off more than she can chew here. I can't say that I agree.
She's able to get out of the way there.
Another great SmackDown. Thank you for choosing to join us tonight.
She reverses out of it.
And not a second too soon. Close call there.
Scoop slam. You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now. If you're just tuning in, you're watching what is guaranteed to be a super kick.
That has got to be it.
Oh, and it's a reversal.
Beautiful technique.
If you're just tuning in, this is Hell in a Cell.
Gentlemen, I think we can all agree that we've seen some pretty special moments over the years. But for me, few were more special than getting the opportunity to call the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match back in October of 2016.
What a treat we have here with WWE Women's Superstars in action. Recalling that first ever Women's Hell in a Cell match, I gotta say, The ovation Sasha Banks received that night was among the loudest I've ever heard, but I didn't remember you actually calling the match.
Yeah, that's what happens when you compete in your hometown, Cole, but ovations can only get you so far. And in the end, it was Charlotte walking away with the win, not Sasha.
Beautiful swinging neck breaker.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Oh, my God, that's concrete down there.
Don't do
Don't
this.
do this. Oh, my God. This must be it.
Oh, my.
Oh, did you see that, Byron?
That was unreal. This one is over. I'm told her photo galleries are responsible for a good portion of WWE's.com's huge traffic numbers last month. Look at her go.
Boom, what impact. If you're just tuning in, you're watching what is guaranteed to be a Hell in a Cell match for the ages. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next. Guys, we oftentimes talk about the dangers of competing inside Hell in a Cell. Well, let's not forget these competitors aren't the only ones in there. It could be just as dangerous for the official as well. Oh, did you see that, Byron?
That was unreal. That's it. That's what she needed.
She counters before it's too late.
I agree with Michael's point on the dangers of this match. I mean, the environment is so brutal for all involved. Just go back to look at referee Tim White after he officiated one of those matches.
Yeah, he was never the same after that.
In fact, she goes for the cover.
Talk about going down to the wire. She's standing tall as the Hell in a Cell winner.
WWE scholars in the future will look back at this Hell in a Cell match as one of the greatest of all time.
Hope everybody at home set those DVRs because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. Epic. When any superstar, man or woman, is able to find a way to win a match as entertaining and action-filled as that one, they should be grateful and really proud. Some great stuff.
Here is your winner, the Queen Avalanche.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a very big win here tonight. I could watch them go at it each and every week. What a match. And that carnage that we just saw is a lot of the reason why you don't see many Hell in a Cell matches. As we just witnessed, they're incredibly dangerous, folks.